Hello, welcome back to Malls on Mission. I'm Philip,
And I'm Anna.
and this is our podcast.
We're
Hey Anna,
Hey.
you know how we've tried to start this segment like 6 times now and it hasn't worked any time?
That is true.
I'm not doing it again.
Okay.
So no matter what I say, no matter how bad it goes, I'm sticking with it.
All right.
Okay, I have a question for us to answer.
I am so excited.
Are you really? You're just excited for this segment to be done. My question for you, what is your single favorite item of clothing that you own?
Why would you ask me such a difficult
And
question?
here's the deal. Single. You cannot answer a pair of somethings. It has to be a single item.
What if it's a pair of jeans?
I think those count. I don't know why do they call them a pair of jeans. Like, can you buy one jean?
See,
Do you
my
always have to buy a
favorite my
pair of
favorite
jeans?
pair of pants, I like this leg. I like this pant leg, not the other.
It's like, what are they called? Are they called stirrups? Like the cowboys wear over
Chaps.
chaps? Like, it's just a pair of chaps, like a single jean. And you have to have the front and back to make it a pair of jeans.
Oh my goodness. Man.
So yes, it can be a pair of jeans because that's still one singular item.
Okay. But a pair of shoes, I have to pick one shoe.
Correct. You have to pick one shoe.
Huh. I think, yeah, I mean, I could pick one shoe and then the other shoe just gets lumped in because it's a copy-paste
Nope,
situation.
nope. That shoe is second favorite. It's
Okay.
not first favorite.
This
This
is
isn't
not
a Brian
first
Regan
favorite.
skit where it's like, well, that's my most favorite, but the other one's also my favorite. No,
Will you do me a big favor?
you want me to go get your shoes?
No, I would like you to open the closet.
Okay. Here we go. And the closet is now open.
Okay.
We
So,
have
single
sweaters,
favorite,
hoodies, and a rain jacket.
you can tell a lot about a person.
By the way, their husband describes the closet.
I think, I mean, I could say my wedding dress,
You could say that.
but, I don't know. I've talked about not keeping it, so I feel like
Yeah,
maybe it's
I
not
don't.
my
Plus,
favorite.
you only wore that thing twice, right?
Twice.
Yeah,
I
the
put it on.
fitting room and then the
Oh,
wedding.
yeah, yeah. I think it's my hoodie with that you made with the Grand Canyon picture on it.
Oh, okay. So this is it's like an athletic kind of material.
Uh-huh. It's like a
Hoodie.
rayon.
And it's like an Amazon, like you choose your photo and you slap it on the hoodie.
And the way they advertise these on Amazon is like super cheesy, like put a picture of yourself and your
Yeah, here's me
significant
and my
other.
cat.
And
on
it's
my
just
hoodie.
so cheesy, but what
So
you did.
we got, I should say, I took many great photos at the Grand Canyon, and
You
I
did.
don't think there was maybe one photo of me at the Grand Canyon, so I don't think I could actually prove to like a unbiased jury of my peers that I have been to the Grand Canyon. But this picture is of Anna, so it's like,
But it's a little bit of a look and find. It's not.
yeah,
it's
it's black
not
and white.
obvious. It's
So-
black and white. See
So
that?
from the chest up is
It's
all
just-
white.
it's
solid
white.
white because it was the sky.
Yeah.
And then from the chest down, you've got the pattern of the canyon wall. And over on the left side, if you're wearing it, there's Anna sitting on the ledge of a gigantic precipice.
It looks a lot more dangerous than it actually was. I think. Um,
She says that now, but the day Malachi wants to sit on
Oh,
the edge of a
not a
large
chance
precipice, it's going to
in
be
heaven
like,
or
nope,
earth.
there is no safety barrier there. You're not wearing
I don't
your
think
helmet.
we're taking. I don't think I can take my kids to the Grand Canyon. for a
that would be
very
too
long
stressful
time.
for
I
you.
think that would scare me. But yeah, I very much like this hoodie because it's very novel
Mm-hmm.
and it is a
It's you
picture of
doing
a
something
very,
cool.
very treasured memory. That was
Mm-hmm.
a fun trip.
That was a very fun trip. Very fun, semi spur of the moment trip.
Really stinky.
Thanks, babe.
We
You had to share a car with me for a week.
But we had to shower outdoor, like in an outdoor shower situation
Really cold
in
temperatures.
55-degree weather. So we just didn't really.
Yep.
Just full disclosure, I guess.
There was so we went to the Grand Canyon the first day, and then the second day, a blizzard hit us out of nowhere in like late March.
Yeah, it was spring break.
Yeah, spring.
Spring break in Florida, everyone goes to the beach.
Yeah, well.
So
But yeah, blizzarded on us, and we were like, we're just getting a hotel. And man, that's one of like
That
the top
was-
5 showers in my life.
that was the best shower I'd ever had.
It was really good. All right, so
Okay, your
my
turn.
favorite single item of clothing also happens to be a hoodie, and I have one that is similar to Anna. It's not of the Grand Canyon. It's of
It's
the Petrified
actually-
Forest.
I think I like yours better than mine of just artistically speaking.
Yeah,
The color scheme, like
it is a decent color scheme, and it's like Anna's Grand
placement.
Canyon one it's like a straight line for the top of the canyon and the white portion, which would be the sky, and mine's like really rocky and I don't know, it's fun. But that's not the one I wanted to say. The one that is my favorite is a hoodie that you bought me, Anna, for birthday? Christmas. Several years ago, and it is a Lockheed Martin Skunk Works hoodie. And if you don't know what the Skunk Works is, basically anything that Lockheed Martin has ever made that's awesome was designed by the Skunk Works. That's like their R&D department, research and development department. So like they made all the super cool fighter jets and yeah, very cool department that I've never worked for, but I really like and admire. And yeah,
And they have a cute little, almost Disney-looking skunk.
I think it was drawn by a Disney animator.
It looks like Flower from the
Yes.
Bambi movie.
Yep.
So
Yep. So it's a dark gray hoodie. It just says Lockheed on the front, and then on the back is the big patch of the Skunk Works with their little skunk.
yeah,
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. Now you know 2 items in our wardrobe.
aside from the whole list that you went off in saying my clothing.
Oh yes, except for that. You know a couple items of clothing in our wardrobe. There we go. On to the next segment. All right. Update time. Have we done anything in the last month?
Lots have
happened. Lots have happened. Man, I tell you, that's how I feel right now. I feel like lots have happened. We have had
Minimal sleep.
most of the people, it feels like, from our 2 families here staying with us for varying amounts of time.
Yeah, 2 hurricanes happened in the last. Right? Oh no.
Yeah,
No.
not quite. One hurricane definitely
One
happened.
hurricane happened after our podcast, right?
Yes, yeah.
After our last podcast.
No, not Milton. Milton?
Yeah, Milton.
Yeah, Milton.
Not Helene.
Not Helene. Helene was the first one. Milton happened. Too many hurricanes this season. Too many. Yeah, so that happened. My parents were with us for a bit, and then your sisters, or some of your sisters, and your mom hung out with us for a bit.
Well, also
And we had
some
good
friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
It feels like we've hosted
My mom was here too.
a bunch of weekends.
Yeah.
Like this weekend was like our first non-hosting weekend in several weeks.
And you're saying it like it was a bad thing.
It is not a bad thing.
I, as an extrovert, was thriving.
I, as an introvert, it was good. It was good. All right. Yeah.
No, it was very cool to see the good that God works
Yeah.
in the midst of chaos, with the last Florida hurricane and getting quality time with our family
Yep,
that we would not have had otherwise.
that is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've had that going on. I've started on the maintenance floor sort of thing. We were doing an inspection of an airplane that has turned into a multi-week maintenance slash repair job on some components that are just worn past their limits, and it takes a bit of work to get to those components and replace them. So it's been we've been getting all the fun. We used to put one of these parts back together. We had to install rivets, and then for those of you who don't know what rivets are, it's basically like imagine a screw or a bolt, but it's solid aluminum, so there's no threading on it, and it fits into the hole. And then you take these two tools. One's called a bucking bar, so it's just a block of steel, or if you really, dropped the money and got the good stuff, it's a tungsten bar.
Oh.
And those are so nice. And then on the other side, you've got this little pneumatic gun, which is basically like a handheld jackhammer. So when you pull the trigger, it just starts pounding. And you put the bucking bar on the one side, and you put the little handheld jackhammer on the other side, and the hammering motion squeezes this aluminum. So it's basically a permanent fastener. The most common ones I've used are a size 3, and then if you really need to do some work, you've got a size 4. We were working with size 6, which, I mean, it's like exponential scalability. It feels like, I mean, these things are large, and the normal gun you're working with is like a 3x handheld jackhammer. And if you really need to pull the stops, normally you get the 4x. We used a 7x. The thing, like when you pull the trigger, it sounds like a Harley.
I just see you kind of like bouncing on the other end of it, like trying to hold
like,
on.
Yeah. Like, so we took like a little 2x4, like, a foot long 2x4 section. And that's normally, you'll just get a feel for the trigger, and it split it in half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Thing. It was good. It was good. But we've got almost all of that job done. So yes, I have been learning to do a little bit heavier maintenance than I've done previously, and I'm learning to do it the JARS approved way, which is like way more detailed than I'm used to. Very thorough. Which is good. It's good training. We've had other trainings, the two of us, some like healthy family trainings for overseas living and just preparation for transitions.
We had like a theology class.
We did. We had a.
It's called Biblical Foundations Part 1.
Yep.
So that was also a very fun class. So it's a very classroom setting.
Yes.
We're all around tables.
Yeah, and these are just a couple days a month that they're going to have us doing these classes. And
it's like all morning, so like an 8 to noon sort of thing. But now that Malachi is 6 months old, which is another milestone we crossed this month.
Yep.
He is half a year.
Yep. That happened fast.
So very, very
that happened
fast.
Far too fast.
Yeah. And I'm sure you older parents are like, just wait till they're 20.
Yep. I'm gonna start crying. He's gonna move out. Like he's about to move out.
Stop.
Basically.
But he went to the daycare station here, the child care station here on campus, and they are fantastic. But I was not ready.
No.
I mean, like,
that first
emotionally, I was not prepared for how hard it was going to be to leave him for 4 hours, especially with the way that he looked at me so very betrayed as I walked out the door after putting him in the arms of someone he does not know.
Yep.
So first day was rough for both of us. I don't remember a whole lot of that class, if I'm completely.
Yeah.
I remember impressions more than actual happenings. And we both took the rest of the day to recover. But the next few days, he was great.
Yeah.
And I was much better. And then we... Yeah, I feel like that was another milestone crossed of
Yep.
like distance,
Yep.
dropping him off somewhere. He went to the church nursery today and slept the whole time.
Yep.
So I think we've made it.
Yep. And tomorrow we're going to be moving him into his dorm room.
Yeah, I think it helped that he wasn't able to like say anything. I think if he had been calling for me, I would have caved. So I'm glad we did a little bit earlier than I probably would have otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going through a bit of a sleep regression right now or something. Or something right now.
Or something.
So that's why I say we're going
Yep.
on a little bit less sleep than usual. It's not because of all the company and exciting things we're doing. It's just not sleeping during
It's
the
just
day.
not sleeping.
Or
It's
during
just
the night.
Straight up not sleeping. Yep.
We're loving parenthood.
Yeah.
We really are.
You sign up for this. You know, we'll have the t-shirt pretty soon.
Speaking of t-shirts, he had a little hat that says Jars Intern on it. And we were at Jars Day.
What's that?
It was the big, kind of an open house.
Yeah. Expo.
At the hangar.
Yeah.
Where they did demonstrations of their air, land, and sea operations. The sea operations was modified because there was no water, but
Yeah.
they had a big boat.
I was running parking, and there was a group of people who were walking in the other direction. And they were like, hey, do you know where the sea demo is taking place? We're heading to the lake. And there is a small pond. It's a bit larger than a pond, but it's not quite like a full-on lake, you know? And I was like, I don't think it's there. You guys let me know if you find it.
Oh my goodness, I did not hear that.
And they did not find it there, so.
Yeah, I think they were doing... They had some blue tarps and doing a modified sea operations demo.
Malachi could have been a really good actor in that. Some tummy time, you know, with just the legs kicking and the arms flailing.
He does kind of look like he's swimming.
Yeah, he'd have done great.
That's so funny. But yeah, they had different things. They had rides, so you could ride in one of the
Airplanes.
One of the airplanes, the helicopters, Jeep, and experience what it's like.
Yep.
And so I put Malachi in his little Jars Intern hat. The rest of his outfit that a friend of ours sweetly monogrammed for us is a little too large, but the hat fits.
Yep.
Because he has a big head.
Yep.
So, and everyone was super complimentary of his hat. So, we enjoyed Jars Day. It was great.
It was a really good day. Big turnout.
Lots
awesome.
of stuff for kids.
Yep.
A little bit older than Malachi.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to. They had a opportunity for kids to rivet, and I didn't really want him riveting.
It was loud.
It is loud. Yeah.
It's very loud. Not quite as loud as, the helicopter right outside the hangar, but
Not quite. But if they were using the 7X rivet guns, it'd have been just about as loud.
that's crazy.
Yeah. We also, there's a very interesting opportunity that is in the works that I am particularly excited about. I don't know how you feel about it yet.
I am excited for you.
Yeah. So there's a guy that I have gotten to know over the past couple weeks who was here on JARS campus. He lives in another country in Europe, and he's only at JARS in person like a couple months a year. And he goes to a gym locally. And I think people at the gym found out that he worked for JARS and were like, oh, so you're a Christian. We're starting Bible studies at this gym, and we need a Bible study for youth that come to this gym. Will you start a Bible study for youth who come to this gym? And he was like, well, I'm leaving in 2 weeks, so no, but I'll try to get people together. And I heard about it, And
Jumped on the opportunity.
yeah, pretty much. I was like, this is far too intriguing to pass up. You have a bunch of youth at a gym, it's like a CrossFit gym.
We pulled up
Yeah.
for the initial like
Meet
meet and
people.
greet kind of thing, and Philip is in a hoodie and
Yep.
jeans, and he goes, "This is a CrossFit gym. There are few places I look less like I belong
Yeah.
than a CrossFit gym."
Yep.
But then, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it went well because they still want
Yep.
to meet.
Yeah. So our first official meeting with the youth is this week. And it's had me, so it's going to be me leading it with one other individual who's on the JARS training staff. And it's had, like we've talked about, where do we want to take these youth through the Bible, because from what we have been told, a number of them are not from like churched backgrounds. So it's potential that we're leading them through this stuff for the first time. And it's had me engaging
It's so exciting.
the Bible in such a different way. We're going to take them through Luke. And it's starting in Luke, and it's like, wow, I feel like we're in the weeds so fast in Luke, because it starts out with like, there's this priest Zechariah of the order of Abijah, and it happened to be that his order was ministering in the temple, and he was drawn by lots, as was their custom, of course. And it's like, I'm like, how do I, like, if they start to have questions about all this stuff, I gotta have answers. We're referencing like 10 different books here.
Yeah.
And it's like, how like, I don't know. It's had me reading Luke being like, okay, Christians believe odd things in the modern perspective. Because
Yes.
you're dealing with like, 2 stories of miraculous pregnancies and children being like filled with the Spirit in the womb, somehow aware of the presence of another human being in a different womb. And it's like, okay, like if you're just taking it from a no background perspective, it's just like so interesting to think about, how do I explain all of this?
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah. So it's been a fun exercise thus far. We'll see how it goes once I actually have to start answering questions. But
I think it's going to be awesome.
yeah, I am looking forward to this opportunity. And part of me is like if we really end up like leading these kids through, I mean, not just the Bible in a Bible study, but like kind of discipling them, introducing them to the way of Jesus. I'm like, I can't just have this one interaction with them.
Yeah.
I might have to join a CrossFit gym.
Ooh.
I have not explored it any further than that thought, but we'll see.
Oh, that could be fun.
It could be.
Just do they have rock climbing at CrossFit gyms?
No.
Oh.
Not at this one anyways. So, I would need a very specially tailored program. I might just join the youth classes.
I mean, that's who you're going to be working with.
The kiddie classes.
But like, that's who you're going to be working with, is the youth.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So that is a very exciting opportunity of ministry and yeah, your wheelhouse in a sense. You love exploring the Bible and making it accessible to
It's a good book.
the
It's a
youth.
good read. I like it. Yeah. Anything else that you can think of? Any other ways we need to update the people? As one of our listeners who I work with, who may or may not be my direct supervisor and trainer, affectionately refers to it as the Dirty Dozen after last episode, where I'm like, yeah, we have 12 listeners.
The Dirty Dozen.
The Dirty Dozen.
We love y'all.
I'm not going to call all of you guys that moving forward. I just wanted that one shout out. Oh, wait. Here we go.
We've got a wakey baby.
Malachi wanted to get on the podcast. So there's his cameo. Hopefully it actually picked up. And yeah, we're gonna go put it back to sleep. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.